Hey, happy Tuesday. My name is Justine, and my focus on this channel is to give you the backstory leading up to current crazy litigation and then to actually follow the court process all the way through sentencing. Because I don't know about you, but it drives me absolutely insane to hear about a wild case and then never getting to hear what the ending outcome is. You often hear about the horrible things someone has done, but then you never find out what actually happens to the perpetrator. So these are all going to be current cases. Litigation can be very long and drawn out, sometimes stretching over multiple years. So as we start this journey together, be aware that there will be time gaps between case updates. Let's get started. This story is about the state of Wisconsin versus Anna Marie Crocker. Anna is currently being charged with some extremely disturbing crimes. These include, but aren't limited to, intercourse with a person under the age of 13, possession of child pornography, child sexual exploitation, exposing genitals, intimate parts, to a child enticement for sexual contact, along with multiple other crimes. In total, she is being charged with 7 felonies that involve sex crimes with minor boys. Now, the craziest part about this case, to me anyways, is that this woman is a gorgeous 34-year-old who, for all practical purposes, seemed to have her life totally together up until 18 months ago. Let me just start by giving you a little backstory on Anna. Anna Marie Crocker was born March 12, 1991, as Anna Marie Teresa Costas. The first record I can find anywhere in my research is that Anna was granted a bartender's license by the Kenosha City Council on July 6, 2009. This means that she received this license just months after she turned 18. Of course, this is fully legal. I'm not sure what kind of job she obtained as a result of receiving this license, but we can assume this meant she was working directly with alcohol. I do think alcohol played a major part in these crimes, which, to me makes me sad. I think a lot of us have struggled with alcohol at one point or another. I know I have. So I just feel like working as a bartender at the age of 18 put her in a position to make alcohol a primary point in her life. Anna later gets married to a man named Daniel Crocker and becomes Anna Marie Crocker. They are married for 13 years and share 4 children. I firmly believe Anna's life started falling apart when she and her husband couldn't control their alcohol. From my research, Anna had cheated on Daniel in the past, and their relationship was becoming increasingly volatile. Their relationship comes to a peak point of conflict on November 18th, 2023. On November 18th, 2023, at approximately 12:41 p.m., Kenosha County Sheriff's Department deputies were dispatched to the Crocker home on allegations of family trouble. The criminal complaint states that Anna called in because her husband Daniel was putting his hands on her and was refusing to give her back her cell phone. The deputy noted in his report that Anna advised that shortly after she woke up that morning, her husband arrived home from Woodman's, and that he already seemed lost and out of it. She assumed he had already started drinking for the day. They got in an argument over his drinking, and afterwards Daniel started following her around the house, questioning everything that she was doing. Eventually, after getting sick of the situation, Anna resorted to texting her mother-in-law. I mean, who better to go to in a situation like this than your mother-in-law, right? Well, eventually Daniel passes out on the couch due to drinking. Anna decides to leave him alone, which, hey, that sounds like a pretty wise choice, in my opinion. Like, if he's that intense, let a sleeping dog lie. I guess her mother-in-law shows up to the rescue around 11 a.m. So Woodman's has a liquor department that opens at 8 a.m. And I did a little research. The Crocker home is like 13 minutes away from Woodman's. So in my humble opinion, this then 32-year-old called to tattle on her husband pretty quickly for something that was really not the end of the world. Anyways, once Daniel's mommy, Peggy, arrives, he wakes up and Anna and Peggy try sitting him down and having a conversation with him about his problem. Nothing like waking up in an alcohol-induced daze and having your mom and your wife sitting there trying to give you an intervention. I mean, I understand the guy has been drinking too much, but really to have this scenario play out in your living room on a Saturday morning seems like a poor choice on Anna's part. So, surprise, surprise, according to Anna, Daniel is not cooperating. So, Anna and Peggy retreat to a different part of the house to continue chatting about the issues. Anna could hear Daniel getting upset and yelling while going through her phone. I guess he was upset because he had noticed that Anna was using Snapchat. So Snapchat, the shady significant other's best friend, the cheater's paradise escape. Just remember Snapchat because it plays a really big part in this story later. So apparently after Daniel goes through Anna's phone, he actually takes it and throws it outside. And this is the middle of winter in Wisconsin, so it's pretty safe to say there's probably a lot of snow on the ground. Apparently he told Anna, go get your phone and good luck finding it. After the couple argues some more, Daniel's mommy tells him to go get the phone, which he does. While Daniel is outside looking for Anna's phone, she sees his phone on the counter and decides to use it to call 911. Now, at this point, I'm thinking to myself, like, what exactly is she wanting the police to do? They're arguing and acting like a couple of high schoolers, but I'm not sure that I would call 911 at this point. So after Daniel realizes that Anna is using his phone to call 911, he grabs her around the upper arms and hips from behind, pulling him towards him. It sounds like some kind of wrestling move, but I don't know. Daniel was trying to get the phone out of her hand forcefully. Well, she says in her statement, like, forcefully, very forceful, but not, like, forceful enough to hurt her or leave any marks. So, I don't know. Yeah. Finally, Daniel's mommy jumps in again, telling Daniel to stop, so he does. And Anna is able to make her phone call to 911 and wait outside for deputies. Now, keep in mind that the couple's 4 minor children are inside while this whole event is taking place. After deputies arrive, they assess the situation, and they record written statements from both Anna and Peggy. They decide to arrest Daniel, and he will be charged with disorderly conduct and domestic abuse. Let me clarify that Kenosha law enforcement was called to the family's home 3 times within the past couple of days. Basically on the same general complaints, all called in by Anna, essentially saying my husband's being annoying and drunk and things could escalate because he won't stop following me around the house and bothering me. So Daniel gets arrested. And the officer reports that Daniel is crying calmly while he's being told he's going to be booked on these charges. 18 days after this occurred, Daniel files for divorce. He files for divorce on December 6th, 2023. Upon filing for divorce, Anna is still residing at the marital home with the couple's 4 children ranging in ages from 1 to 12 years old. Daniel has a new address listed. Daniel files his petition asking the court for the normal, reasonable things like financials and property split 50-50, along with joint custody of his 4 children. During a temporary order filed on January 18th, 2024, the court grants legal sole custody to Anna and joint physical custody with split time sharing to both parents. Now, between the time of this order and the follow-up hearing, that's when Anna is accused of raping a 12-year-old boy. This 12-year-old boy had come to her house to spend the night with her oldest son and a group of other boys. That's what this story is, like, really truly about. I mean, This is a horrible crime, and it takes place and no other adults know about it until October of 2024. So in May of 2024, there's an additional hearing regarding the shared physical custody of the Crocker children. And according to the Guardian ad litem, things seem to be going great and all is well in the best interest of the children. Arrangements are continuing to progress. The no contact order between the parents has now been lifted, and they're allowed to communicate through regular text messages along with the court-approved Family Wizard app. It all seems to be going normal and everything is moving in the right direction, just like a normal divorce case would go. The next hearing is in July of 2024, and during this hearing, the lawyers advised the court that there is no official final agreement between the couple, and the case is to be scheduled for a settlement conference in September. So now I'm giving you the information about the Crocker divorce case because we can clearly see that Anna is making normal, sound, adult decisions in the other areas of her life. Someone who's not of sound mind wouldn't be able to cooperate in an elaborate divorce custody case, in my opinion. So thankfully in September, the settlement conference is actually moved to November. Then on October 8th, 2024, a Kenosha County deputy is called to a residence in Twin Lakes, Wisconsin. That's when the 13-year-old tells his story. Because there are multiple victims in this case, we're going to refer to this 13-year-old as victim number 1. I want to bring you to the home of victim number 1's mother, Stacy G. At approximately 3:10 p.m. on Tuesday, October 8th, she receives a text message from another mom that she knows. This text message is requesting that Stacy gives her a call. This other mom I'm going to be referring to at this point, she is the mother of victim number 2. Victim number 1 and victim number 2 are in the same friend group. This mother had reached out to let Stacy know that her son had a girl at school that day yelling at him saying he had sex with Anna Crocker. She picked her son up from school early due to the incident. Her son then told her that Anna Crocker had been inappropriate with both him and Stacy's son. After hearing about this, Stacy decides to wait for her husband to get home so that they can handle this situation together. They ask their son about the incident, and he really doesn't say anything. A short while later, while victim number 1 is getting ready for football, he started to feel sick. He then went to the bathroom and began dry heaving. When Stacy asked if he was okay, he said he needed to lie down and stated that he thought he would never have to think about that night again. He admitted to having sex with Anna, but said it was not consensual. The victim's father then calls in to report that his 13-year-old son was forced to have sex with the mother of his friend. After the deputy arrives at the caller's house, he begins talking to the boy and discovers that victim number 1 has been friends with Anna's son for 2 years. He explains that every time he goes over to hang out with his friend, Anna is acting crazy because she's a heavy drinker. The boy describes to the officer that he went to his friend's house to spend the night. They played basketball, went for a walk, played video games. Everyone went to bed around midnight. He was sleeping on the couch in the basement. He woke up to his pants being down and Anna naked on top of him. She grabbed his hands and placed them on her breasts and proceeded to rape him. He told her repeatedly to get off of him, but she would not listen. He also tried to push her off. Thankfully, his friends came downstairs due to the noise, and Anna ran and hid behind the steps. The boy went upstairs with his friends and explained what happened. This event took place approximately 9 to 10 months prior to being reported, so this would most likely have been in January, February of 2024. Victim number 1 was 12 years old at that time. Victim number 1 was also informed law enforcement that a couple of months ago, someone had given Anna his cell phone number. Anna texted him telling him he needed to apologize for what he did for what happened in the basement. She also told him that he couldn't tell anyone and tried to make him feel guilty for what had happened. Victim number 1 decided to block her. On October 9th, the school resource officer at victim number 2's school confronted him on his relationship with Anna. Victim number 2 tells the school resource officer that he and Anna had been exchanging sexual chats and pictures via Snapchat. Victim number 2 then goes on in detail about how Anna sexually assaulted him in a parking lot. Victim number 2 told the resource officer that Anna might know that law enforcement is onto her because a friend of his yelled at him across the lunchroom yesterday for masturbating on video and sending it to Anna Crocker. How might this girl know about said video, you may ask? Well, get this. Anna forwarded the masturbation video to this other 15-year-old girl. According to victim number 2, Anna and this other 15-year-old girl are very close friends. Law enforcement, armed with these two victims' stories, were able to obtain a search warrant for Anna Marie Crocker's phone. They arrested and brought her in for questioning, and upon seizing her phone, they discovered the video of victim number 2. That was saved in her phone from August of 2024. The boy was definitely using commentary directed at Anna that makes it clear that they were interacting as peers in their sexual conversations. But victim number 2 is a 15-year-old boy. Now we move on to victim number 3. Another 13-year-old boy. This victim must have heard about what was going on with the other kids because he decided to come forward to a school staffer on October 10th. He explained to the officer that he was friends with Anna's son and that Anna had added him on Snapchat, yet again. He said they chatted for approximately 2 weeks. It started with general conversations and at times was weird. For example, she told him that she was working out and asked what workout she should do. Then, one time, she sent victim number 3 an image of her in bed, under the covers, with a vibrator visible next to the bed. Victim number 3 said he knew what she had been doing, and Anna said she wasn't able to finish. Then Anna decides to send a video of her using the vibrator on herself. When victim number 3 first opened the video, he thought it was a workout video, but it wasn't. He clicked through the video and didn't respond. Victim number 3 decided to block Anna. He said he was scared because he knew what happened to his friend, victim number 1. Officers were able to view Anna's Snapchat data using her phone and could see she was Snapchatting with victim number 3 for 3 days before he blocked her. Detectives continued to search Anna's Snapchat history for more evidence and found a recent conversation with a new victim, victim number 4. Victim number 4 is a 16-year-old boy that she added to Snapchat on the day of her arrest. Anna told victim number 4 that she had seen him on the homecoming float for his high school and that she thought he was hot. Anna quickly turns the conversation sexual, inviting him over to her house when she's all alone for the next weekend. They are essentially making plans to have sex, but victim number 4 says he did not want to actually go through with it. Anna was arrested and booked into the Kenosha County Jail on October 9th of 2024. As far as I can put together, I would say Anna really started struggling after Daniel filed for divorce. I'm not sure if it was the rejection of having someone decide to leave her after 13 years or what exactly it was that caused her to make the disturbing decision to prey on younger boys. I feel like, she definitely likes to be in control. And even under the influence of alcohol, she felt like she could still do that with these younger boys. In her criminal case, she's pleading not guilty, and her lawyer is now asking for a competency evaluation. Here's my problem with that. We can clearly see that she's competent by the fact that she's been in court throughout this entirety of time where these crimes have taken place. She's making clear and competent decisions. She's working in a school. Oh, did I forget to mention that she works in an elementary school? How insane. Just totally insane. That's where the case is at currently. So I'll continue giving you updates along the way. And if it does make it to trial, I fully plan to attend and then report back as we go. I really want justice for these boys. So I will keep you up to date. Thanks.